Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And today I have the pleasure of being joined by my good friend Luke. Thank you so much for being on the channel. Luke has his own podcast. I'd like to give you a chance to introduce it.
My podcast is called Cuccurullo Conversations. Basically, I just sit down and I think everyone has a cool story or a good story, and I just sit down with them for an hour and kind of go deep on what they're into or what their passion is, or I get distracted and we just go off on some random tangent. But you know, awesome. Having you on was great. Talking about your line, talking about how you got into reviewing fragrances, talking about the workshop, whatever. You know.
Yeah, there was a lot that we spoke about, and it was a really fun experience. So thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
Anytime.
I'm actually going to leave links to it down below. It has aired since the time that we're shooting this video, and I'm also going to have a giveaway attached to this video. And all you need to do to enter the giveaway for an official discovery set from the brand is just leave a comment down below so I know you've entered, and also make sure to follow Luke on Instagram so you'll be kept up to date for future podcasts that he releases. But so in today's video, you're going to be smelling 3 unreleased fragrances from the brand. These are fragrances that I have been spending many months of time with, so you can kind of tell some of them are like nearly empty. And so I just want to get your raw, unadulterated, unfiltered, honest opinions regarding the fragrances.
And my favorite was when we talked on the podcast, you were like, oh yeah, I have a line, I have 8 fragrances out. And I was like, do you have plans to do more? And you're like, oh, they're already in the works. Like you didn't even skip a beat. You were already on to the next one before these had even released, right?
Yep. So a lot of perfume companies will actually think 2 or 3 years in the future. Yeah. And so there's always something in the works for every perfume brand. That's just kind of how they do things. But awesome, man. I'm really excited to get your opinions. At this point, everybody on my channel knows what the upcoming 3 fragrances are and what they're called. But as always, I'm going to try not to mention too much about it so you're not influenced.
There we go.
And so, but we'll start with the first one. And this one, just have a little bit of the laboratory mod in front of me. This one is by perfumer Jorge Lee, who is based out of Turkey. And this one is going to be called Arcana. And the only thing I'll say is that Arcana means mysterious or secret.
And we'll leave it at that.
That's it. That's it.
Ooh. So sweeter. On the sweeter side for sure. Is this an oud?
So there is Laotian oud in it, but it's not an oud heavy fragrance at all.
Okay. Just swinging a miss off the bat. Here we go.
No, but there is oud in there. So
okay.
There is oud
in there. I just want to make sure that I've learned enough.
We're off to a really good start.
Vanilla? I'm getting a little bit of a vanilla sweeter.
There is vanilla absolute, yep. And there's also a type of resin called labdanum. There's a lot of it in this fragrance, and that also has a vanillic overtone. So you're right, yep, 2 for 2.
This reminds me of when we have family parties, after we have dinner, we clear the table of dinner and we put out the dessert table. And this kind of is giving me that like sweet dessert table vibe. Like there's anticipation for the satisfaction after the, you know, like the treat after the meal.
I love that. There's actually 2 ingredients in there that I think are contributing to that, and I'll tell you what they are in a bit.
See, like I'm scared to take guesses. Caramel or something like caramel, something like that.
I think it gives off like a caramel feel. There's no caramel in there.
No,
but,
it's like something with the sweet that I can't pick up in there.
Should I tell you?
Yes, please.
So there is cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
And coconut.
Coconut. Okay.
So it's almost like a tiramisu with like coconut shavings on top.
Yeah. That's where I'm getting that after dinner dessert kind of. But I think the coconut gives that slight burnt sugar smell. Is where I think I'm picking up that's giving me the dessert.
Okay, yeah.
I think this would be a first date fragrance. Like if you're going out on a first date and you want to impress. I think that this.
So it's the type of fragrance that'll get you a good impression.
A good impression.
That's cool.
Yeah, not too strong, not too overpowering, sweet.
We're off to a good start. I like that. Cool, man. Thanks. So that was the first one. It's called Arcanum, made by Jorge Lee.
What did I miss in there?
No, you actually got everything.
Oh,
like
you
nailed
nice.
everything.
You're too
No,
nice.
seriously.
Too nice. Okay.
I mean, we have the coconut, the cinnamon. There's also frankincense. We didn't mention that. Frankincense tears. So there's a little bit of like an incensey component. And
now I gotta.
Yeah, please feel free to try it again. You know what? But I was kind of So I think it's mildly similar to Virtus, which you said is your favorite. So I kind of had a feeling that you were gonna like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely in that same wheelhouse.
Yeah, that wasn't hard.
So the next one is called Lotus, which means chic or elegant.
Ooh. So citrus, lighter, clean. This is a very clean fragrance. Let's see.
The way you're dressed now, this is what I would imagine you wearing.
Yes. This is, I would say, formal. I'm gonna say this is when you have the box suite at a baseball game. So you're at a formal event, maybe a business event, but there's still some kind of activity going on.
Okay.
And you're in like the box suite trying to impress the bigwigs. This is what you're wearing. But it's still light that it's a summer day.
Nice, yeah. So you
make
said,
up these situations.
look, I think you have a much better nose than you're giving yourself credit for.
Thank you.
Because you said it opens up citrusy. There's actually a citrus ingredient called neroli, and there's also lemon verbena. So it does open up rather
So
citrusy.
the lemon is giving me the springy.
I think so. Another note contributing to that is lavender.
Ah,
So I think the lavender
yes,
is giving the springtime sort of vibe.
That's why we're watching baseball, That's what we said.
Exactly, just in time for the season. There's also just a touch of vanilla in the base.
Vanilla.
So it's not like an ultra springy, dewy
No.
lavender. It's a little sweet as well. So it's kind of like a more modern and contemporary take on a classic genre.
I don't know the classic genres.
You're taking my word for it. Cool, man. Thank you. Let's try the third and last one. This one is made by perfumer Christian Carbonell, who's based out of Spain. And this fragrance is called Opulence.
Ooh. Oh, I like this.
Nice.
This is where I think after sniffing all the fragrances, my palate has matured a little.
Okay.
I think initially, if I have not been sniffing fragrances all day, I wouldn't have liked this. But because this comes strong, it hits you, but it's not off-putting.
Right.
It lets you know it's there, and but not in an overwhelming way. It's sweet side. Definitely not light.
No. It definitely packs a punch.
It packs a
I don't
punch.
think it's overwhelming,
No,
but it's
not at
definitely
all.
the type of fragrance where you can get away with like 3 or 4 sprays.
And it announces itself.
Yeah.
This is, you're going to prom, you want to be prom king. You wear this, you want to get noticed.
Nice, cool.
You
I
know,
like that, man.
You want to impress the girl, she's a little nerdy, but at prom she's going to take off her glasses and do the big, the glow up. This is the perfume to wear to impress her, because you're in formal wear, you're looking good, it's an important evening, but yeah, it announces itself. All right, let's pick it
incredible.
out. I think this is the one I'm the most lost on out of everything we've smelled today on where to take it.
Yeah.
The emotion is there, but being able to pick out the notes is very hard. Yeah, I'm like in the dark on
It's
this.
a really complex fragrance. There's a lot going on in there.
There is for sure. All right, let me see if I can just close my eyes and pick out one. It's like that almond cherry. I feel lost. I do feel lost.
Do you
on
think
this
there's
one.
a bit of sweetness in there?
Yeah,
too?
but not
There's apple.
apple. Yeah, no.
Not getting
This
as much?
one. This one's hard to pick out.
Yeah.
But I do like this one a lot.
Nice, man.
For
Cool.
sure. To impress. All right, give it to me. I am lost on this one for real.
So it has apple, lemon, pink pepper, rose.
Oh, rose.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting rose for sure.
There's also an ingredient in there called cypriol, which is kind of like a spicy ingredient. And then you also have a little bit of patchouli in the base.
Yeah, this one's tough. My tough is right after you complimented me on how my nose is better than I thought it was. This one
I jinxed you, man.
Just
I'm
shut
sorry.
it down. Hey, it's all good.
But that's the experience that I had with this one too. So whenever you have these fragrances made, you do go back and forth with the perfumer and you're like, hey, can you tell me like what's in this one?
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're kind of reluctant to reveal too many notes.
Yeah.
So they'll give you like 3 or 4, but I think it's better that you don't have the notes. So you're kind of using like this intuitive sense or your emotional drive, like, okay, this one really appeals to me. Like I love the way that it smells. Who cares what's in it, right? If I like the way that it smells, that should be the determining factor. But if you had to pick a favorite among the 3,
Hands down, yeah.
Oh,
this
man.
one I have the strongest emotional reaction to.
Yeah.
When I smelt it.
It's so funny. I thought you were gonna pick the first one.
I also did until we got to the to the last one.
Awesome. So you think we have a few winners on our
Oh,
hands?
absolutely.
But dude, thank you again so much for being
pleasure.
on my channel. I really appreciate it.
I feel privy to these fragrances that aren't even out yet. Like I get a little
I'm glad.
sneak peek.
No, really. I mean, the few people that I've had tried them, they had really positive things to say about them, and I'm like really humbled and flattered by it, and so.
This is your magnum opus, right? What was it?
Yeah, it is. So once again, there is going to be a giveaway attached to this video. Just make sure to follow Luke on Instagram. I'm going to leave the links down below. He and I, once again, we did a podcast together on his podcast, which is available pretty much everywhere: iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you can find podcasts. But whatever links I find, I'm going to leave them down below. And thanks again for being on my channel. It really means a lot.
My pleasure.
And for everyone at home, if you are new to this channel and you took something of value from this video, I would love it if you could support this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click that red button in the corner, and this way, whenever I do upload future fragrance-related content, it will get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about missing any of my future uploads. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you all. See you next time.